Good morning. Welcome to another episode of How Many Tabs Are Open on Mr. Johnson's Computer. This morning it appears that we have two, four, six, eight. Eight tabs and a engaged lesson. An engaged lesson? Maybe I should speak English correctly. Alright, so we're looking at math. January 26th, week 18, engage number 1. First of all, thank you for pressing play on the video, for watching the video, for trying your best in this virtual world to understand things as well as you can. Watching these videos is part of getting that extra information, since we have so little time in class to actually cover everything thoroughly. Thank you so much for watching these videos. It really, I think, adds to your experience for the year. So keep it up. You're awesome. All right, so today, engaging your brain, notice or wonder. What do you notice? What do you wonder? There are 4 sentence stems, one of which is I notice, and one of which is I wonder. All right, so let's take a look at this. It says Lizzie earns $12 an hour working at her mom's home office answering phones. All right, that's called an hourly wage. So every hour she works, she makes $12 gross income. Gross income. So she earns $12 an hour working at her mom's home office answering phones. She worked for a total of 40 hours a week. So the average American works about 40 hours a week. That's kind of like a typical work week. And it's like 8 hours, 5 days a week is 40. All right. So earning a total of $480. So $12 40 times is $480. And it says her paycheck was for $371.28. So she earned $480, but she only received a check for $371.28. So if you think about your play posit from yesterday, gross means most, net means less, gross most, net less. Which one of those do you think is her gross income? If you said $480, yes, that's the amount that she earned, but then they took taxes out, and then she got her net income, which was only $371.28. And remember, that's a period at the end. That's not a double decimal points. Numbers cannot have 2 decimal points. Okay, so it looks like they took money away from her. They took over $100 away from her for taxes. So let's look at this thing on the left. Let's see what this says. Okay, so gross pay. It labeled it. Gross is most. So that's the amount that she earned. She worked 12 or 40 hours and made $12 an hour. So 12 times 40 is 480. All right. So 12 times 40 is 480. That's her gross pay. That's how much she earned. But remember, now that she's earned that, she has to pay the government. All right. So when you see numbers in parentheses like this, when we're talking about budgeting, so like before we were talking about how numbers in parentheses mean multiply, when we're talking about budgeting, this means subtract. And I know that's a little confusing. When you see just a number by itself in parentheses, when you're talking about money, only money, when you're talking about money, if it's in parentheses and then you're talking about money, that means subtract when you're looking at a budget. She is adding $480 to the amount of money she has. Then she subtracts $29.76, subtracts $6.96, subtracts $48, subtracts $24, and that leaves her with her net pay of $371.28. So there's no math to be done on this problem. What we're doing is we're looking and seeing the word problem, and this over here on the left, this is basically what it would look like for Lizzie on her paycheck. She would see that she earned $480. She would see that she paid $29.76 for Social Security, $6.96 for Medicare, $48 for federal withholding, $24 for state withholding. All this is payroll taxes, all right? So we talked about yesterday, gross minus taxes equals net. So here's your gross. We subtracted all the taxes, and that gave us the net income. All right. So when we're talking about this, um, best idea for the best idea is to stick with basic some formulas. All right. So let's say gross income equals G. All right. Net income equals N, and payroll taxes, we'll just call those taxes. So we'll call it T. All right. So basically, if you have your gross income and you subtract your taxes, you will get your net income. If you have the net income and you want to find the gross income, just add the taxes to the net income, and that will tell you your gross income. And then if you want to find your taxes by themselves, you can take the gross income and subtract the net income, get the taxes. All right, so it's kind of like a fact family. So in this, we started with G, gross. We subtracted T, which were those four numbers, the taxes, and we ended up with N, our net pay. So I noticed that the word problem represents the numbers on the left side. They are the same because they use the same gross income and net income. They are different because on the word problem, they don't talk about the taxes. They just tell you that she earned $480 but got paid $371.28. So they're different because here on the left side, you actually get to see why that number changed because they subtracted the taxes. So they are the same because they show the gross income and the net income. They are different because on the left side, we see the deductions. Deductions are things being deducted or taken away from another number. So when we subtract, we're basically deducting. All right. So we take $480, subtract the taxes, and that gives us the amount of money that we actually get to keep. Okay. So they are different because we see the deductions on the left side. They did not talk about taxes on the right side. And then I wonder how much, like, this is up to you. This is your wondering question. So it could be like, I wonder how much my first paycheck will be. I wonder how much I will pay in taxes on my first paycheck. I wonder if I will remember the difference between gross income and net income when I get a job. Um, and then you won't be like Mr. Johnson, like when he was 16 and he thought he was going to earn his gross income and then he got his first paycheck and saw the government took my money. I can't afford all the things that I thought I was going to be able to buy. So that is the start of this. All right. So what are we noticing? We're noticing that on the left side, she started off with gross pay and then she subtracted her taxes and got net pay. And then, of course, what do you wonder? So please use all four sentence stems. It really does help because you just don't have a lot of repetition in virtual learning. So these are the things that kind of help you to make your thoughts permanent in your brain. By solidifying those things, by typing it out, you're building connections in your brain. So I know that today's assignment's a little more abstract. You're not actually doing the math, you're just kind of looking at what's going on. So thank you for watching the video because I'm sure that it was like, when are we going to get to the meat and potatoes of this? And you did. It's basically understanding finances is half the battle. So remember things like gross is most, net is less, and then your deductions. Sometimes you will see subtraction when it comes to money in parentheses. All right. This is not a very frequent thing, but when you're dealing with money, sometimes that's something you'll see. Okay. So that could be a wondering too, like why do they put subtraction in parentheses? Which is very interesting. Okay, so you have one more video to watch today for your Google assignment. So thank you again for watching these. I think it really, really does help make sense when there's a lot of adult vocabulary being thrown around right now. So keep it up. Do your best. Since I'm putting these on YouTube, I'm going to be cringy and be like and subscribe, bruh. All right, so I hope you have a great day. Talk to your teachers. I'll see you later. Bye.